So now that Ezra Miller's Flash has shown up on the Arrowverse and the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover, does that mean that the DCEU reboot has already happened? I mean, if they're going to reboot? Because at the end of that scene, Ezra Miller's Flash, he faded away or, dissolved away, meaning that his world, his Earth, which I assume is the Zack Snyder DCEU original, cinematic Earth, has faded away, only to be, reconstituted at the end of the Crisis event. So has, all these theories about, DC's going to reboot or do a soft reboot or a hard reboot, and, cherry pick certain elements from the Snyderverse and move those over to this new era of DC movies. Like the Robert Pattinson's Batman will now be the same Batman that they've known all along, so we can interact with Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, Jason Momoa's Aquaman, etc. Has that already happened? If that's what they're going to do, like, is this Crisis storyline that happened on the Arrowverse that now includes the DCEU, thanks to Ezra Miller's appearance, does that mean that, that reboot, relaunch, reset, or whatever has already happened? Because a lot of us were thinking, some of us were thinking that Ezra Miller's Flashpoint movie or whatever version of Flashpoint they're doing in 2022, that would be the movie where they, reset or restart anything. But, and maybe it will or whatever, if they even reset or restart. I don't know if that's what they're going to do. It might just be Ezra Miller going to different places or going forward and back in time. I don't know if it's going to change any timeline stuff. But, maybe, that's already happened with Crisis. I could be thinking more about this than I should. But, the fact that they picked, the Flash, Ezra Miller's Flash, to appear in that crossover and not any of the other characters is significant, because in the DC comics, the Flash is often the character that is at the center or is a big part of a lot of these, like, timeline changing events, warping events. So interesting, right? James Gunn's Suicide Squad, is that a sequel or is it going to be a relaunch or a reboot? And if it's a reboot, is that going to happen because of the Arrowverse Crisis storyline? Interesting. I'm very curious, as many of us are, on, the future developments for the DCEU as we go forward. How are they going to handle all these how are they going to make it all work seamlessly? I think we already know how they're going to handle, recasted characters. They can just say, this is a character in a different Earth. But, if they're going to have, like a new Batman or a new, Superman, perhaps, if they don't stay with Henry Cavill, interact, like I said, with Ezra Miller's Flash or Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman or Jason Momoa's Aquaman, is this how they're going to explain why they look different than Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill? Why the new Commissioner Gordon, played by Jeffrey Wright, looks different than the J.K. Simmons Commissioner Gordon we already met in Justice League? Very interesting. So has the Crisis or the reboot, relaunch, whatever, already happened? Or is there still a more, like, definitive, huge, reset or reboot coming down the way in Flashpoint? Or are they both going to, like, be kind of a companion piece to get it all together, It started in Crisis, but now it ends in Flashpoint. Or am I thinking too much? What do you think? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.